Hi guys, we're starting week 2 of our distance learning. I hope that you're getting into the groove of things and that you've been able to go either pick up a packet of work or you've been able to print it off and work on it at home. We're going to keep on with our story, The Haunted Hotel. We finished the first 2 chapters. At the end of chapter 2, they had just seen the ghost come up. So let's see what happens in this chapter. The 3 kids stood frozen as the elevator door slid shut again. For a minute, no one moved. Then Ruth Rose reached over and punched the up button for the elevator. "What are you doing?" Josh squeaked. "Following the ghost," she said. "Are you crazy?" Josh said. "What if the ghost doesn't like kids?" "Gee, Josh," Dink said. "I thought you didn't believe in ghosts." "Unless I see one with my own eyes," Josh said, and I just did. Now let's get out of here. "Too late, Josh," Dink said as the elevator door slid open. He and Ruth Rose pulled Josh into the elevator with them. Dink pushed the button marked 2. "We'll check each floor," he said. When the door opened on the 2nd floor, the hallway was empty. "2 more floors," Ruth Rose said, pushing the number 3. But they didn't see the ghost on the 3rd floor or the 4th floor either. "There are no more floors," Dink said, looking at the panel of buttons. "Good. Let's go home," Josh said. "What's this one for?" Ruth Rose asked, pointing to a black button without a number. "Maybe you push it for emergencies," Dink said. She shook her head no. "This red one says emergency, so the black one can't be for emergencies." Dink shrugged. "There's only one way to find out," he said. He pushed the black button. Eek! The elevator started creeping and moving slowly up. "I'm having a nightmare," Josh mumbled. "I'm not really chasing a ghost around a hotel. Any minute I'm going to wake up. Wake up, Josh. Wake up, Josh. Wake up, Josh. Wake up, Josh." It didn't work. "Don't worry, Josh," Ruth Rose said with a grin. "I'll protect you." The elevator stopped with a gentle thud. When the doors opened up, the ghost was right there, waiting for them. "It followed us!" Josh screamed, jumping behind Ruth Rose. "No, you followed me. What do you want?" There are no pictures yet. Oh, as soon as I said that, there's a picture. There's the ghost standing there waiting on them. Oh. She doesn't look happy. Her arms are crossed, so we can tell she's probably not happy. Behind the white figure, a door opened up. A stooped, gray-haired man stepped into the hall. The ghost pointed a thin finger at the kids. "They followed me up here, Ebenezer." The man chuckled and shuffled toward the open elevator. "Well, perhaps we should keep them." "No!" Josh yelled from behind Ruth Rose. "Please let us go. If you kill me, I'll be grounded for sure." Dink stared at the figure in white. Where had he seen that face before? Suddenly he remembered she was the woman in the picture on Mr. Linkletter's desk. Dink stepped out of the elevator. "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Spivets," he said. "I'm Dink Duncan, and these are my friends Josh and Ruth Rose." "How do you do?" the man said. His eyes were the color of blueberries. "You must be the 3 children our nephew told us about." Josh peeked at Miss Spivets from behind Ruth Rose. "You mean she's not the ghost?" "Of course I'm not the ghost," Miss Spivets said. "Ebenezer, shall we invite these 3 in for cookies?" "Of course, my love." The old man smiled at the kids. "Come along, kiddos." The kids followed Mr. and Mrs. Spivets through a small hallway and into an old-fashioned parlor. Sunlight poured into the room. Through tall windows, the kids could see treetops across Main Street. Dink looked around the room. The walls were covered with paintings, and he had never seen so many books. Miss Spivets came in carrying a tray. "Please sit," she told the kids. She handed them each a glass of milk. Her husband bustled in with a cookie jar shaped like a rooster. He pulled off the lid and said, "Cookie?" Each of the kids took 1 cookie. "Now then," said Mr. Spivets as he sat next to his wife, "what are you kids up to?" "We read about the ghost in the newspaper," Ruth Rose said. "And we came to see it," Dink said. But we didn't, Josh said. Then Mr. Linkletter showed us how his ghost is ruining the hotel business. So we've decided to investigate. Miss Spivot stared at the kids. Investigate, she said, like detectives? Right, Dink said. Have you seen the ghost? She looked at her husband. No, but we've heard it, haven't we, dear? He nodded. 2 nights in a row. Dreadful noises coming from the walls, and a voice calling out my name. Ebenezer, go away, it says. Josh gulped. It knew your name? Yes. The voice spoke to me too, said Miss Spivets. It said, Flo, leave this place. She began to cry into a lace hanky. Mr. Spivets patted his wife's hand. We've just made a difficult decision, he told the kids. We're going to sell the hotel. Some real estate company in New York wants to buy it. Sell the Shangri-La? Dink blurted. But you can't, Ruth Rose said. We were going to leave it to our nephew, Miss Spivets said, but now it looks like the hotel will go to each Rail and Rook, Mr. Spivets said. Who are they? They're the 3 partners in the real estate company. They've been after us to sell for months now. He crossed to a small desk and pulled out a letter. They want to tear down the Shangri-La and build a high-rise in its place. Miss Spivets and I don't want to sell, but we don't know what else to do. Somehow, we feel as if we failed our guest. He looked at his wife. I telephoned the real estate people this morning. They'll be here tomorrow with papers to sign. Oh, no. Miss Spivets looked up and her eyes were red from crying. Isn't there anything else we can do? She asked. Ebenezer said, I would do anything for you, dear, but I'm too old to fight ghosts. Well, we're not, Dink said, springing to his feet. We'll get the ghost and we'll get rid of it, too. He looked at Josh and Ruth Rose. Right, guys? Right. Mr. Spivets beamed. He says, you're hired. Josh groaned. Oh, I don't know about ghosts. Can I at least get another cookie? Okay, so when they opened up the elevator door, they saw Miss Spivets standing there. And she looked ghostly and kind of sounded ghostly, so they thought she was a ghost, but she's not. So there's a real estate company that is wanting them to sell. So right now, remember, we have learned how to infer and how to predict. So you use what you already know and you use what the author has told us so far, and you make predictions. What is it that you predict is going to happen next? Will the ghost scare everybody away and will they sell? Will the 3 kids solve the mystery and find out who the ghost is? Do you even have a prediction yet about who you think the ghost might be? I have a prediction, but I'm going to keep it to myself for now. So make sure that on your own, you're also reading lots of stories. Remember, I want you to have your parents show me pictures of work that you've done, especially writing or any drawings you've done. So take a picture and send them to me through text or put them on class tag. Until I read you the next chapter, keep thinking about it and making your predictions, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.